Hey guys, Josh McKay with the Test Experts. We're continuing our calculus series with derivatives, and in particular we're talking about chain rule. Chain rule is an incredibly useful rule that is used in a lot of different types of derivative problems. So we have the question we're going to work on today is what is the derivative of f of x equals 6x cubed plus 4x squared plus 3x plus 1. Now remember in our power rule video we did, if we have this stuff all out in a line, we can just take the exponents, multiplying by the coefficients, and then subtract the exponents by 1. So what do we do here? We could multiply this out 6 times, but that would take forever to get this all into a big long line. It would be horrible. So is there a shortcut? Yes, there is. What we're going to do is treat this just like power rule. So we're going to take our exponent, just like if it was x to the 6, we would take that out front, remember, and that would become 6x to the 5, 6x to the 5th when we took the derivative of that. So what we're going to do here is we're going to take this same 6 out to the front. I'm going to go ahead and write f prime of x equals, so the 6 out to the front, and we're going to subtract the exponent by 1 just like normal. Now what do we do in here? Rewrite this exactly as is. So this just becomes 6x cubed plus 4x squared minus 3x plus 1. Alright, but we're not quite done. There's one trick. What allows us to do this? We're not exactly allowed to do that. But there's one thing we can do that makes this okay. If we multiply here by the derivative of the inside part, then we're allowed to just apply basic power rule. So all I have to do is do this, take the exponent out front, subtract it by 1, rewrite this exactly as is, and then take the derivative of this over here. So this is going to be 3 times 6 is 18 x squared. The derivative of this one is 8x. The derivative of that term is minus 3. And the derivative of 1, any constant, again, is 0. So this is the derivative of that. Our second chain rule video shows an example where we're going to actually have to do chain rule inside of chain rule, so it's going to actually apply twice here. This one, f of x equals the square root of sine of 3x squared plus 2x. Now, to do this one, remember our trig identities. The derivative of sine is cosine. So the derivative of sine x is cosine x. So that's going to come in later, and I wanted to point that out now. So if I'm taking the derivative of this, the first thing I'm going to remember, and this applies to anything, remember a square root is just an exponent to the 1/2. So I'm going to rewrite this as sine of 3x squared plus 2x all to the I'm running out of room, but all to the 1/2. So that's an easier way to see, to have it written out, to see what we're going to do. So now let's start. I'm going to give myself a lot of room because this one's going to take a lot of room. So f prime of x. So remember from our first video, we take our coefficient, multiply it out front. 1/2. Then we rewrite everything inside the parentheses. Sine of 3x squared plus 2x. Don't make any changes there. Subtract 1 from the exponent. The exponent was 1/2. 1/2 minus 1 is negative 1/2. So that's the first step. Now we have to apply the chain rule. All we've done is apply that general power rule. Chain rule said we must now take and multiply this by the derivative of the inside. So the derivative of sine is cosine. So I'm going to multiply this by cosine of 3x squared plus 2x. Again, rewrite the inside exactly as it is. Now we've got to do chain rule again though. So we took the derivative of this, but now we have to take the derivative of this. So outside of this, I'm going to multiply by the derivative of most inside part, and that's just going to be 6x plus 2, and that would be my final answer. Sometimes you could simplify it. A lot of times you'll see, because this is a negative exponent, I can move this down to the denominator. So I'll rewrite it the way you may see it. Let's leave these two on the top in the numerator. Cosine of 3x squared plus 2x times 6x plus 2. And then in the denominator we have 2. This 1/2 will be a 2 on the bottom. Square root sine 3x squared plus 2x. So you may see the answer if it was multiple choice in a form like this. So there may be some simplification you have to do. But either one of these is a correct answer. Just look for whichever way your teacher prefers it or the test has it. So that's the answer. Today's challenge question: what is f prime of x when f of x is 6x to the 1/2 plus 2x to the 7th minus 3x, all of that raised to the 3rd power? If you like today's video, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and check the description for the answer to today's challenge question.